Hello, my darklings. Thank you for joining me in the Shadow Hour. I am your host, Madam Midnight. Tonight, we have a sad, lonely tale for you about a lonely ghost named Elsa. This is called the Ghost of Elsa. Once upon a time, in a small town in New England, stood a grand yet decaying Victorian mansion known as Hawthorne House. The townsfolk whispered tales of its former glory, but over the years it had become a shadow of its past. Its once vibrant colors had faded to muted shades of grays and browns. The windows, like tired eyes, gazed vacantly upon the overgrown garden, and the air around the house was thick with a sense of longing. Hawthorne House was said to be haunted by the spirit of a lonely ghost named Elsa. In life, she was a young woman full of dreams and aspirations, the daughter of the house's original owner. She spent her days wandering the sprawling halls, hosting lavish tea parties, and dreaming of a world beyond her family's estate. However, tragedy struck when she fell in love with a poor artist who lived in a nearby village. Their romance was a forbidden one, as her parents had already arranged for her to marry a wealthy suitor. Heartbroken and trapped, Elsa took her own life, and now Elsa's spirit remains tethered to the mansion even after her untimely death. She lingered in the dusty rooms and echoing corridors, her presence felt by anyone brave enough to venture inside. Those who dared to enter often reported hearing faint sounds of piano music drifting through the air, as if the notes were being played by unseen hands. It was said that on moonlight nights, Elsa could be seen gazing lonely out of the attic window, searching for her lost love. Years passed, and the mansion fell deeper into neglect. Locals believed that Elsa's sorrow had seeped into the very walls, and children dared each other to approach the front door. But no one, they were not brave enough to enter. The few who had reported that there was a chill in the air and a sense of melancholy that wrapped around you like the fog. One stormy night, a curious girl named Lily, new to the town, felt drawn to the house. With a heart full of bravery and compassion, she crossed the threshold, seeking to understand the stories that haunted the townspeople. Inside she was enveloped by darkness, but as she explored, she found remains of Elsa's life. A tattered dress, dusty books, and a piano that stood in the corner, longing to be played. Lily's heart ached for the lonely spirit, and she decided to stay. That night, she sat at the piano and began to play a gentle melody, the kind of music that seemed to speak to the soul. As her fingers danced over the keys, a warm breeze swept through the room, and the music seemed to fill the house with a life it had not known for decades. Suddenly, a soft glow illuminated the dimly lit room, and there by the window stood Elsa. Her form shimmered in the moonlight, a smile breaking through her sadness. She listened intently, her heart swelling with emotions, and the music wrapped around her like a comforting embrace. For the first time in years, Elsa felt understood and no longer alone. From that night on, Lily visited the Hawthorne House often, bringing light and laughter into the lonely halls. The two formed a bond that transcended the boundaries of life and death. Elsa would share stories of her dreams and hopes, while Lily would bring the music that filled the empty spaces in the mansions. As time went on, Elsa's spirit began to fade, no longer bound to the sorrow of the past. With each visit, she grew lighter, and on one particular bright full moon night, She whispered her gratitude to Lily, and in that moment, she finally found peace. Her spirit soaring into the night sky, leaving behind a sense of warmth and hope in the once solemn mansion. In the years to follow, the townsfolk noticed a change in the Hawthorne house. It was no longer a place of fear and sorrow, but it had transformed into a symbol of friendship and remembrance. Though Elsa was gone, her spirit lived on in the laughter of the children playing in the garden, and in the music that occasionally echoed through the halls, a reminder that even the loneliest of ghosts can find solace and companionship in unexpected places. I'm so glad that Elsa found peace and was able to move on. I hope you enjoyed this story, and thank you for joining me today in the Shadow Hour. And I hope you have a good night. Goodbye, my darklings.